Hey guys, good afternoon. So it's the day 3 of our campaign here on LinkedIn to help you job seekers out there connect with more recruiters and really make a difference to what's going on in your world right now. Today's topic is about personal skills and your character. And I want to talk about a key topic that's sometimes neglected and forgotten in our current society, in our workplace, in our relationships and around us. I want you guys to think about emotional intelligence. What are the core skills of an emotionally intelligent person? Now we want to talk about character and skills, but the two together are aligned. It's your skills that make up your character. For example, if you have the core skills of an emotionally intelligent person, you have good social skills, you have good self-evaluation, you're strong, you're resilient, you know how to handle and control your emotions. But you're also good in terms of your social skills. You're able to communicate and connect with others. You're able to create that bond and establish relationships with new people. When you're in the world of job hunting, it's really important that you consider these skills. If you're not familiar with what emotional intelligence is and you want to just do a refresh, you can follow some of the tips and techniques written in this post below, and I'll add some sources and some links to help you understand your emotional intelligence and how to develop it to make you the better person. It will help you in building and sustaining better relationships in your job search. It will also help you in communicating and connecting with the right people. When we talk about self-management, what exactly do we mean and what exactly do we talk about? I've written some notes here in my book, so I'm just going back to them. So if we look at the core skills of emotional intelligence, we've got self-awareness, self-regulation, social skills, empathy, and self-motivation. Self-motivation is something that we really need when job searching. Sometimes the process of recruitment, the hundreds and hundreds of applications, I think one of the guys yesterday told me he'd applied for 1,500 jobs. I can imagine that after applying for 1,500 jobs, you lose your motivation. And I would completely lose my motivation too. But we've got to remember that, as Angela Duckworth says, we need to have grit. We need to have resilience. We need to bounce back in the adversity of life. When roadblocks are thrown in front of us, when obstacles appear to be mountains, we need to learn to overcome them. So I'm just going to take you through a few simple exercises to do some self-analysis, to look at yourself and see how you can improve your emotional intelligence, to getting your personal skills, your personality, your character skills, everything tip-top, so that you shine and connect and engage with the right people to get you new opportunities. So I'm a great fan of those who study positive psychology. Professors and the history of psychology. If you look at Abraham Maslow and the hierarchy of needs, we all need basic needs, security, food, water, etc. to thrive and be our better selves. But if we don't have a job, we cannot do that. We can't be expected to be the better version of ourselves. So if we look at the core skill of emotional intelligence, a skill that we need to thrive and have to be great in our job search, to be great and excel in interviews, we need to have an emotional intelligence skill, otherwise known as self-management. Under self-management, there is a tool or a behavior, a particular behavior known as optimism. This is a book by Martin Seligman. I don't know if you can see it well there. It's an international bestseller. It's a book called Learned Optimism. I've been studying how we can change mindset for the last few years. I've been really looking at how we can bring more positive behaviors and more positive thinking in difficult situations. That applies to all walks of life, especially in job searching. When we are struggling to find that job, we are struggling to keep going in the adversity of tough times. We cannot get there. Simple methods like going to recruitment fairs, going to career centers, going engaging with recruiters, going and meeting headhunters. We have to be able to have optimism in order to do that. So I'm just going to quote something from this book by Martin Seligman that talks about the difference between a mindset of an optimist and the mindset of a pessimist. So he spent 25 years, Martin Seligman has spent 25 years trying to define the characteristics of a pessimist and understanding the behaviors and the attitudes and the mind thinking processes. So after 25 years, he's been able to do that. So I just want to read to you the difference between having an optimistic mind and a pessimistic mind. And these are the key skills that I want you to focus on in order to improve your character and your skills and your personality for when you're engaging with people here on LinkedIn. So as described by Martin Seligman, the defining characteristics of a pessimist is that they tend to believe bad events will happen for a long time. Now this happens to us in the moment of adversity when we're faced against resistance and resistance of not getting a job, struggling, rejection, constant rejection. We sometimes become a pessimist because we think that failure is constantly happening to us. We believe that this is our own fault and that we can't do anything about it and that it's going to continue to happen to us. But this is something we can change, that optimism can be taught to us. We can self-teach ourselves. We can learn about optimism. We can teach ourselves to have a more positive character, to have skills of optimism, positive thinking, and a better physical and emotional well-being going through tough times. So an optimist is someone when confronted with a problem or a challenge, they just see it as a temporary distraction, a temporary obstacle standing in their way. Martin Seligman describes this as an optimist who are confronted with the same hard knocks of the world. Think about misfortune in this opposite way. They tend to believe that defeat is a temporary setback. Optimists actually believe that this is just a one-case situation, that defeat is not their fault. Circumstances, bad luck, and other people have brought it. Such people are unfazed by defeat. I'm actually unfazed by defeat. I don't let defeat stand in my way. I'm an optimist, but I'm also a pessimist when it comes to job searching. I also find it difficult at times, and that's why I wanted to help you with this subject. So go out there and study emotional intelligence. Go online, read books, go on Google. Just focus on your character, your skills, and your personality. When you're sending messages to recruiters and trying to connect with people on LinkedIn, you're using your emotional intelligence skills, your social skills. Work on them. Don't just send messages to people with a whole script about what you've done in your career and your CV. Open the conversation with skill, with empathy, with compassion. Talk about what advantages you can bring. Talk about the common interests that you have between one another. Bring passion to the topic. Make a difference. When you engage with a recruiter, talk about the latest topics going on in their company, the latest news, the latest trends. Don't just talk about the fact that you're looking for a job. Focus on your emotional intelligence skills, guys. Buy this book, Learned Optimism by Martin Seligman. There's loads of great books out there. Flourish, How to Be the Better Version of Yourself. There's Grit by Angelina Duckworth. There's so many amazing tools and techniques that can help you thrive and be the better version of yourself in this job search. So don't give up. Remember, be resilient, be tough, go to job fairs, network, use your social skills, connect with people, and don't give up. You can do it and you will find the right job. Thanks for watching and tuning into this video today. If there's anything else you want to learn, comment below, tag people who you think this will benefit, and let's hear your thoughts. Share this message because we want to help you guys. Have a beautiful day, everyone, and thanks.